Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mosin Nagant channel. Today I'm going to talk about the top 5 reasons why you should own a Mosin Nagant. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons why you should own a Mosin Nagant here. And I've got 4 different ones here, and I'm just going to go over briefly just a little bit about collectability. And there's a big market right now for collecting Mosin Nagants. Myself in general, I'm a Mosin Nagant collector. I have a little bit over 20 of them right now. And what's really cool about the Mosins is there's quite a few different models that you can collect. And some of them have different stampings and different barrel lengths. What you see right here is the first one here, this is the M44. This has a attached bayonet. It's a carbine length Mosin Nagant, and it's a real fun shooter, along with the M38, the second one up there. It's just the same barrel length, same action as the M44, except there's no bayonet, which, now some people like the bayonet, some people don't. Just your choice. I like both of them. Also here you can also get a variant with a sniper rifle. This one is just, I believe this is a refurb, remanufactured sniper rifle, but still a cool little option to have. Up here you have a Finnish capture Mosin Nagant. This one has an SA stamp on it, and you could tell with the barrel escutcheons there and the sling mounts there. This is not the original sling for the fin capture. That's just kind of what came with it. So number one is collectability. You can have a lot of different options. You can get the hex receiver Mosin Nagants, the Dragoons. There's so many options out there available for collectability wise as the Mosins, and I'm not going to go into every single model here. It's going to take up a lot of time, but I'm going to move on to the next one. Alright guys, the next reason why you should own a Mosin Nagant is ammo. What you see here, I have a 440 round 10 of the 7.62x54R, the rimmed cartridge, and I paid about $89 for this 10. For 440 rounds, that's not bad. You're not going to find those deals today. I'm definitely not going to find those deals today. Maybe if you get lucky and you can find a buddy that wants to sell a bunch of it. But those days are over. If you should have got on the bandwagon, years back, you could have, stocked up kind of like what I have here. Also, you have, different manufacturers make the ammo. So if you don't want to buy the surplus, which the surplus is corrosive, by the way, not a big deal if you clean your rifle. But as you can see here, I have the Herder's brand, which is non-corrosive. They shoot the same. It's a steel case round. But what's really cool about the surplus stuff is you can shoot all day and not break the bank. I've gone through quite a bit of this ammo, and I haven't had any issues with it. They shoot well, cycles well, and you can get, like I mentioned, there's Herders. You can have PPU. There's even some hunting rounds, and that's another thing I want to bring up is if you want a cheap hunting rifle, plenty of people have killed deer and elk with these Mosin Nagants. And my brother, a couple years back, killed his very first deer with a 9130 Mosin Nagant. So it's very possible. A lot of people do it, and even if you just want something fun to try, you can go hunting with a Mosin. So ammo is my second one. You can buy cheap ammo for it. Alright guys, the next point I want to bring up of why you should own a Mosin is customizing them. There are plenty of options out there. You can, turn get your bolts turned to a bent bolt. You can get the Monte Carlo stocks. You can get the Archangel stocks that have the 10 round magazines. I know there was some issues a while back with the Archangel stuff. I've heard that they've corrected them now. You can get aftermarket scope mounts. There's brass stacker mounts. You can basically turn your rifle into whatever you want to turn it into. There are lots of options out there. You just have to find what's best for you and what you guys like. Me myself, I like to keep my wood stocks a little bit heavier, but I just like the historical look of the classic wood stock. And I just like to keep them original, but you can get UTG mounts for them, bent bolts. There's the sky's the limit on the Mosins. You can get trigger jobs. They sell a $5 kit where you can have a 2-stage trigger. So the options are available out there for customizing them, and so you can put your heart's desire in whatever you want to put into your Mosin. You can spend as much or as little as you want on it. One more point I want to talk about is crap hits the fan, SHTF WROL. We all know eventually that day may come where the zombies may invade us, or the little Chinese men or the Russian men might helicopter down and try to mess with our civilization here. So these are great rifles to have around just in case of that. You never know. I mean, the zombie apocalypse thing's just a big hype. I'm into it as well, and I kind of love dealing with that kind of stuff. But anyway, my point being is you could buy a couple of these. You can seal them up in PVC pipes, and you can also stock a bunch of ammo away. You can go bury these in your yard, bury them underground, hide them wherever you want. And if you need them, if that day ever comes to where you actually have to have a gun because all your other guns got taken away, pray to God that never happens. But you could pull one of these out of the ground and still be able to defend yourself. Maybe not the best option, but hey, I would say having one of these is better than having nothing at all. You never know when you're going to need to defend your life. These are not the greatest rifles, but you know what? I'd rather have one than none. Alright guys, the last thing I want to mention on the top 5 reasons why you should own a Mosin Nagant. Why not? Why not get on the bandwagon? If you're one of those guys that have always been thinking about, maybe I should have bought a Mosin Nagant back then. I should have picked one up. I've seen good deals on it. Well, how come you haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet? Holidays are coming around right now. These are great starter guns for people. I mean, I remember my first rifle that I ever bought was an M38 rifle. So if you just want to go have fun at the range, you can go have fun at the range with them. Why not buy one? Christmas is coming. These are good for birthday presents. And you have really no excuse not to buy one. Now, if you don't really like Mosins, then maybe it's not for you. But to have at least one in your collection, I think you should have at least one in your collection. You don't have to go crazy and buy 20 of them like I did, or 22, however many I have now. But they're great guns. They cycle well. They have a great round. They're fun to shoot. You can go hunting with them. Ammo prices. Great day at the range. You're gonna have a fun time if you own one. So guys, that's my top 5 reasons why you should own a Mosin Nagant. If you have any comments or questions, or if you tell me your top 5 reasons. I'd like to hear that in the comment section below. Go ahead and hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the Mosin Nagant channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you all watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good day, everybody.